Well, hello, friends out there dieting. My name is Jenny. I've been on the hCG diet a couple of times. As you can look back on this channel and sort of see my journey through the process. This is so much more than just an hCG channel, however. This is really just me making videos to help keep myself accountable. It's really what it comes down to. And praying that in the process somebody benefits from it. I'll never monetize my channels. I'll never make anything from this. But you will stroke my ego if you will like and comment on my video. And subscribe. Just do it for me. All right. So it makes me feel good to know one person is watching at least each video. All right. Excuse me. So look at all the food around here. Ironic. I literally just finished teaching a class that all these foods were involved. And I just decided to leave the pictures up because I thought it was apropos. So here we go. All right. If you watched my last video, you know that I had done pretty well. I did 30 days on hCG. I lost 15 pounds, 16 pounds, something like that, about a half a pound a day over 30 days. Was very happy about that. My ending weight was not great. It was fair. It's not normally where I start dieting. Usually I'm about 4 or 5 pounds heavier than that when I start dieting, but I had lost 16 pounds. So you can tell I started way, way, way high. Okay. I had a scrapbooking retreat weekend. I got on the scale afterwards, and it said within a week that I had gained, well, I got on the scale a couple of times. Anyway, exactly 1 week later, after the weekend retreat and then eating leftovers here at home, the scale said I was 14 pounds heavier. I know it was a physical impossibility. I know I ate a lot of food, but I know it's a physical impossibility to have gained 14 pounds in a week. I did not eat that much food. I mean, I suppose it's a possibility for some people, but I would literally have to be eating the entire time I was awake. And albeit I ate way more than I normally do, I did not eat that much. That being said, I knew a lot of it was water retention because my fingers were so puffy, my feet were like pudgy little things. My legs just felt tight. Have you ever had a water retention where you literally felt like your calf was almost felt like it was a tight muscle, but you knew it wasn't a muscle because you hadn't been on a treadmill in 2 weeks? So anyway, I thought it was going to come back down. All right, so I ended the diet at 156.9. All right, so a week later, 164.4. All right, or like that next morning, and I'm sorry, not a week later, like after the weekend retreat, it was 164.4, 164.2. I'm like, okay, it's coming back down, but no. Then it started going up again. 166.8, 168.7, 170.5, 170.8, 170.6. And I thought, whoa, I'm starting to think maybe I've gained a lot of weight back. It just seems impossible. So I kept coming up in my mind of all these different things I'm going to do. I'm just not going to have any desserts. That lasted a day. I started going having the other desserts. I found myself falling back into the habit of eating. Not because I necessarily needed the food, not because I even necessarily wanted some of the food. Some of it I really enjoyed eating. Some of it I just ate because it was there. And I just told myself, I'll diet again. I just have head issues. Head issues. So yesterday, how many days has it been since I did the last video? I didn't even know. I don't even remember when I posted it. But I would say that it was probably about 4 or 5 days ago. So yesterday, after another day of not doing well, and realizing that the majority of the really bad stuff I had eaten, and that now I was just eating bad stuff that I didn't even really enjoy, I needed a kick in the ass again. And I had a half a bottle of hCG left. I'm like, I know I'm not supposed to take this for a couple weeks, but no, I didn't do the full 6 weeks the time before. I justified it in my head, and I just thought, This is the only thing that I won't cheat on. It's the only thing I won't cheat on. And I think I mean, I really, truly, honestly, in my soul believe that once the weather gets nicer and I have to put on skimpier clothes, I'm going to be much better about my diet. It's just hard when you're wearing this and bulky and, big coats and it's chilly and comfort food tastes good. It's an excuse. I know. I'm full of excuses. It's an excuse. Nevertheless, last night I took drops. And then I didn't eat again in the evening. Isn't that amazing how, like, I am controlled by these drops? Even though yesterday was technically considered like a load day. I didn't take the drops all day. It wasn't until the evening, but I decided that that's going to be day one of my load day because clearly I've had a good week of loading. And I don't tend to have too much of a difficult time in terms of hunger after the first day. So it's usually very hard for me to load on day two. So today's day two. I honestly thought I'm just not going to load, even though everything I've told you and everything in the protocol says don't do that. You need to load. But I just really have been so poorly eating. So anyway, I took the drops. Okay, good. And I got on the scale this morning. Now, the last time I got on the scale, it said 170.6. Okay, so 3 days in a row, 170.5, 170.8, 170.6. Basically, I was 170 and a half pounds. That number blows my mind because that's where I was basically. I mean, I was at 174, but I mean, I basically was in the 170s when I started this last time and said, never again in my life will I see a 170 because I hadn't seen it for like 15 years. So, okay, I got on the scale today and it said 168.9. So, as if I didn't think that the 170s was the scale punking me. Now, after starting the drops and then eating all poorly again yesterday, another day in a row, for whatever reason, I feel smaller. I think the water is finally getting out of my system. That being said, I did have a plate of chips with melted cheese on them. Shredded cheese melted on them yesterday. So it's not that I didn't. I know I had been eating a lot of snacks and they were high in sodium. So I got that. But yeah, for the past 3 days, I've also made sure that I've had a salad every day, but that, is in addition to all the poor eating I was doing. But at least I felt like it was better than the 5 days prior where I was just doing nothing but eating this kind of food right here. Yeah. Lots of brownies left over. We had pizza. I still have pizza left over. So it's going to be interesting. Here's why I almost didn't do it because, I am the woman of excuses. And I'm like, I can't start this diet now because I was supposed to tomorrow. No, today. Today, I was supposed to meet at the Sheraton Hotel with my contact lady. She was going to take me to lunch and we were going to talk over contracts and everything and work out any of the little fine details. If you watch my previous videos, I had issues that came up with coordinating my weekend retreat this last time. So we were going to get together and Sheraton is going to feed me lunch and we are going to talk through everything. So that should be nice. Okay. So that was going to be today. And then tomorrow, I'm supposed to meet my girlfriends who I have not gotten together with in over 10 years. These were good friends of mine from when my now 21-year-old daughter was 18 months old and started in a play group. And we met every week, all of our girls. There were 5 playgroup moms. 3 or 4 of us were going to get together. I don't know how many officially were going to be there, but definitely 3 of us. And it was going to be so nice. I mean, some of them have been in contact because their kids were in the same school districts or whatnot. And on Facebook, we'll comment, so thank God for social media. We're a little bit more connected in the world than back in the day. But, so it was supposed to be dinner and drinks. So that there's no way. Okay. Well, dinner and drinks got canceled. And the hotel had to cancel something about, I don't know. Anyway, they had to cancel too. So both are getting rescheduled for next week. So now I'd have to push it off another 2 weeks. And I just decided, no, I'm not going to do it. I'm going to do my best to get through those. Clearly, those will be the only meals of the day when I do have them. I will try to make smart choices when I do it. But if I slip, if I fall, if there's some carbs that end up in there and it ends up ruining um, my diet for a little bit, you know what? It's better than if I hadn't even tried. It's better than if I didn't try to get back on the bandwagon again. I need to do this and I need to be serious about it. I really felt at the end of the last diet that I was doing really good. I mean, there were times I wasn't taking the drops and I was still good with just eating. Like, I really got in the habit of just eating one meal a day and it having no carbs, and I was okay with it. Um, I just got to get back into that habit again. So clearly for me, they say, you do something for 6 weeks, it becomes a habit. Well, I think I need more than 6 weeks for it to become a habit. And I need somebody with like a pitchfork behind me poking me every time I eat something poorly. Uh, and I don't want my husband to do it because I don't want to ruin the relationship. Like, I don't want to get mad and bitter at him for saying, really? Are you supposed to be eating that? Because it'll just piss me off. So, right now he just says nothing ever. He never says I weigh too much. He never says, I mean, every now and then he'll compliment and say, it seems like you've lost a lot of weight. And really, it's just an observation for him, but to me, it's a compliment. But he'll never say, it seems like you've gained all that weight back. So bless his heart. He knows what to say and what not to say. Um, anyway, here we go. So I guess I'm starting at 168. I have no idea what it was yesterday. I wish I would have now gotten on the scale, but I was just too devastated with myself to do it. So I have to use the weight from really the day before, which is 170.6, which is interesting because then load day number 1 is a loss of over a pound. But I don't know. This just might end up being the funkiest round of hCG anybody has ever been on. And I have a feeling like it's going to be up, down, up, down. Now, my scale goes up, down all the time. I mean, those people who say, oh my gosh, I gained 2 pounds over the past month. I can't believe it. Like, I gained 2 pounds over the course of 3 hours. My weight is like this all the time. So these numbers are not like unheard of to me. I don't think my scale is broken. All the scales in my life I've ever had, this has been the pattern, and this has been the situation where my weight is just sort of all over the place. So I'm really the kind of person who should at most weigh in once a week. Except if that's the day that it's bounced back up again, then I could be devastated. I literally could lose 1 pound in a week and then gain 4 and then lose 7 because of the way the scale is. So because of that, I'm just trying not to sweat it when I do get on the scale and it says I ate phenomenally the past 2 days and each day you gained a half a pound. So, it is what it is. But today I have to go run errands, and my favorite meal is a McDonald's hamburger with French fries. So I'm so excited! I can't wait. And then I might have something, maybe a chicken and salad. I have a little bit of breaded chicken left over, so I might cook up one of those. Excuse me, chicken cutlets, and have a salad with that later on. And then we'll go from there. There might be a few more left. I might just kind of ease into this and eat those chicken cutlets on my salad, but then kind of start with going to 1 meal a day and it being mostly protein, but and then work my way into the fish. I came across a picture. Oh, I didn't upload it, but I will tomorrow. And this is also what motivated me yesterday. I was going through my pictures because my second daughter turned 20. I was trying to post on Facebook a picture of her and to wish her a happy birthday. And so I was flipping through the photos on my phone to send one, and I came across a picture that I took of my vegetables with the fish that I made, and it looks so amazing, even with as bad as I'm eating. Because usually when you're on that bandwagon of eating really, really poorly, and then you see something healthy, it doesn't look good. No, I don't want that. I want McDonald's hamburger and French fries. That's what I want, and I want cream-filled chocolate donuts, and yeah, that's what I want. And I see a salad, and I'm like, ugh, no, I don't think so. I'm telling you, this looked really good, and now I realize how it was so easy for me to stay on the diet because the food I was eating was really delicious. So I'll upload that tomorrow or in the near future. And back on track. Here we go. Anyone who's starting hCG can go ahead and start with me, or anyone who's dieting, maybe doing one meal a day, can follow along with me because essentially I eat one meal a day when I'm on the hCG diet. Um, and we can look at numbers together. I'd love for you to post and let me know how you're doing along the way. I'd like to celebrate you and your successes. And I'll be there to say it's okay when it doesn't work out because this is my life. This is my life. But I got to get it together. This is now February, and I only have, oh, at most 2 months before I go on my trip to Texas with my son. And I am going to be needing to wear not these clothes when I'm in San Antonio in April. It's going to need to be shorts and short sleeve shirts. So I need to pull it together. I need to pull it together. All right. Thank you for all your wonderful feedback. When you guys make comments and say, "Hey, hang in there," and good luck, and "Hey, this," and "Don't worry about the weight gain. This is probably what happened." All those comments that you make, just I appreciate them and I read them all. So I try to comment back as best I can. If I'm just like really busy with my other scrapbooking business and teaching online, then sometimes I'm not as good about it. But I do my best to always comment back or at least hit like so that you know that I've read it. Thank you for those. I appreciate it. Here we go. hCG round 4, I guess.